I'm Brian Holcomb, VeloNews.com, here with Dan Seaton. Dan, U23 race here at the Elite World Cyclocross Championships. Belgian-Dutch show. I mean, they swept nearly the full top 10 today. In fact, I believe the entire top 10. Wietse Bosmans looked like he had the race under control. He led nearly from the start, looked to have it wrapped up, but faltered late and left the door open for a third Dutch win today. Yeah, you know, you got to feel a little bit for Wietse because he's a guy who has been like so close to big wins so many times and just missed. You know, he missed last year. He had some close calls when he was a junior racer, and it was a really dramatic, tough race. I think he did his best, but just got the better of him there at the end. How about the timing from Teunissen? He came onto the wheel, sat there for a little while, and then waited actually until the finish straight and attacked into the bell lap. A little bit of a strange place, I thought, to attack. He must have seen something in Bosmans, though, late, and he opened that gap immediately. Yeah, you know, sometimes these guys let up a little bit on the finish. They've got a little bit of a chance to recover. The course is not exactly heavy, but it's hard work. And maybe he just saw Bosmans kind of back off a tiny bit and said, I'm going to take advantage. Belgium put a second man onto the podium with Van Aert. The Belgian and the Dutch dominated that U23 race. You know, there's a lot of talk about internationalizing cyclocross and so forth, and you have Logan Owen, the American, contending for the junior men's podium. But the Dutch and the Belgians really showed that this is their discipline for the future. Yeah, for sure. I mean, those guys, they are still the best, and I was talking to Rudy de Bie out there, you know, the Belgian national team coach, and he was just saying prospects for us are great, and I think it'd be nice to see the sport become a little more international, but right now, I don't see who can break this sort of block of the low countries. One man that we've expected to at least make some inroads was Zach McDonald. He had a tough early race, ended up clawing back to 11th in the end, was the top non-Dutch or Belgian rider in the results. You spoke with Zach at the finish. What were his thoughts on the race? Yeah, I think Zach was a little bit disappointed. I think he thought he could do better, but he rode a good race considering sort of how things went at the start. And he said he just really loved the course. He loved the support that he got up there, and he was satisfied overall. A rider like Zach McDonald's never satisfied unless he's contending for the podium entirely, unfortunately. For Dan Seaton, I'm Brian Holcomb here. Follow VeloNews.com for all the racing news and analysis you need. Thanks.